Ladies, gentlemen, and you beautiful rainbow people in between, welcome back to the Pillow Fort. In Final Fantasy XIV, Shadowbringers. We have just finished the first dungeon, and we turn knight to Lakeland after defeating the Light Warden, but not before we also met up with Alize and Almarang, and Alphado and Calusia, seeing the terrors of the Sin Eaters firsthand, and the rule, or lack thereof, of Umor. We have become what we must, the Warrior of Dark. Which is good for us, because we were Dark Knight for a while now. Anyway, let's see what the Crystal Exarch has to say. Who I called Gordania yesterday. I need to stop having 6-hour streams. Anyway, see what everybody thinks. Alize, any thoughts? It's over, yes? I might need a moment. Yeah, we met and had to kill Tessaline in the same day. Without that constant glare, Lakeland seems an entirely different place. Yeah, and you're still little shit. I know, what up? It is as if the sky itself had disappeared into the heavens. If I didn't have a wounded to tend to, I'd never stop staring. That's fair. Yeah. Poor Tess indeed, KO2. How quickly you have justified my faith in you. So many lives saved. The sky itself heralds your success. A single victory in a larger struggle, perhaps, but a momentous one nonetheless. Trust parties unlocked. You can enlist NPC companions to revisit completed instances by opening the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. Huh, would you look at that. Warrior of Darkness. The Exarch is looking ahead to the immediate future. Cutscene. I quit my job since I didn't feel like scamming people. That is entirely fair. I think my mic's a little loud. The villagers were evacuated earlier. No, the villagers we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in the Crystarium. They seem to be accepting the situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder if the Warrior of Darkness has come. 'Tis to be expected. Indolent, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavor for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in a maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth as the legendary Warrior of Darkness, I fear that, no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, though my concerns are more focused on Umor. It may be best if you maintain a low profile until we see how Varthri responds to all this. Rabbit husband nod. My thanks. Though we cannot freely celebrate your success, pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens, a joy you surely brought into being. And I must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. 'Tis my intention to share with our people the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters, This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden, and has since departed to parts unknown, yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage folk not to question this either. Although I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day, about all of you. That is entirely fair. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits. And to think, you'll never need to shutter the windows to enjoy a dark, peaceful night's sleep. I only slept like one time here, so that ain't as big a problem. Next sign should be either Urianger or Thinkred. I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask all you've done here today, but could I ask you to pass on a message on your way to the Pendants? Please let Bragi know that we're bringing a number of injured, and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. I try and do her accent, but I just keep slipping into my really bad, I don't know, Irish one? Sailor talk one? We should start making our way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. I wouldn't be due to arrive too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holminster. We already went through the village top to bottom, Alice. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I knew one of those eaters. I can't rest. Not now. Alfredo, read the fucking room. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while. That means you as well, Indolent. I shall be cross if you try and follow me. Alright, give her promisey. I promise to find you later, when I feel myself again. Just you and me then, shall we? Oh, god damn it, I'm left with the little shit again. Dig that guitar riff, though. Alright, back to the Crystarium. Which I guess I didn't need the motorcycle for. That's night here too. Get to hear the night theme. Oh, that is already 100% better on the ears than the day theme. The Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Bragi, I suggest you do the same. Rabbit husband nod. Sleep well, Indolent. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alize both. Alright, I guess we have to go talk to Bragi. Just gotta remember what voice I gave him yesterday. Speaking of which, I've gotten like 5 videos edited together, and I'll be starting to upload back to the YouTube page today. I need to get all my VODs back together. I think I'm backed up by like 20. I would do my dailies. Nice. Okay. So the VOD should be going up in the next few days when I finish everything. Can start doing it in order and catching up that way on the YouTube page. So Aye, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city. Actually... I see. Well, Captain Lana can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. You're carrying messages for the guard. Does that mean you were there then? The Battle of Holminster? A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs. Make himself known. I'm sure Gernard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. Okay. Come, Gigi, we have more people to meet. Hey, Kleinard. Wow. Take a drink of water. CL, more beer for table 2. Couple pints of mead for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushing off our feats this evening, sir. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. I was told to just come and meet you. Oh, that braggy and his twisted sense of humor. To think he'd send you to me at a time like this. The first real night in near 100 years as folks all riled up and then some. What's more, is what that eater business at Holminster switch. They say a light warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the warrior of darkness who did the deed. I really must apologize for Gleonard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. Hello there. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance has sparked to the kindling. Say what? You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the stronger ones, yes? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every day. Plays the blessed shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads. And our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays. A class of eaters they've been dubbed... A class of eaters... God, that's a sentence. A class of eaters that have been dubbed the cardinal virtues. The virtues show up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago. When historians heard the descriptions given by survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, those are reported to be as tough as light wardens. Not the kind of prey you can take down single-handedly. Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing the warrior of darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at them. That Hume over there with the oversized sword is grandson. He's in for revenge. Wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. That Mr. lad is Lurek. Don't be fooled by his dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Craig. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help fight the virtue he's after. Last we have Guilt. Dwarf and drunkard both. Want to join forces with a healer, and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom? I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have that look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect the bounty on a cardinal virtue. Now that's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. You have gained access to Roll Quest. A separate questline story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magic range DPS, and healer roles. In order to reach the final stages of Shadowbringers' main scenario, you must complete at least one role class questline. Speak to a virtue hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept a quest offer. Alright, we'll do it once we hit a wall. Speak with the manager of the suites at the Pendants. Come, JJ. Maybe I should level up a physical, a magical, and a healer then. Welcome back, sir. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar. But will you be retiring to your quarters? Yes. Very good. In light of the present situation, I have had illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, sir. Why, thank you. Cutscene. Hey, it's Patrick Swayze.
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
Right? When you put it like that, Oddbert, it is kind of weird that we're now the Warrior of Darkness. Been watching, have you? Well, he said he'd be around.
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armarang. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden.
Hey, you're a fast-traveling dude, Albert. Like a guardian angel.
Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source.
I was like, kicked your ass.
They're your friends then? Through thick and thin?
Alizé more than Alphino, yes.
Then I suggest you keep them close. So when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love.
That's
Not
fair.
that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty.
Oh, yeah.
But I wonder, what will it cost you this time?
What indeed?
I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
I still feel really bad for Ardbert. It's like he just continues to have a string of really bad events happening to him. Poor dude. Oh, hey, it's Minfilias.
So this is what the light was hiding.
Yep.
He's here. I must go to him.
Pray, return to the Crystarium. Meanwhile, inside of an Imperial Magitech facility in the Source. Okay. Well, that's just cash from Albania.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Hey! It's a boy!
Out of my way!
Oh, fucked up.
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy.
Uh-huh. That's right, she's one of Gaius's.
When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the warrior of light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places.
Oh, Estinian!
Van Baelsar in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadowhunter.
Are we gonna have a tussle between them?
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Not willingly.
Through no choice of my own. They tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause.
Oh my god, did they bully Estinian?
I swear the receptionist was trained as a spy.
Oh my god.
Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
Oh my god, Tataru and Cryo bullied Estinian.
If they resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
She looks like she's gonna knock you out,
What
Estinian.
exactly does this Black Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature.
Go on.
It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
So it's mustard gas.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Ha! From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes.
Well, at least destroy Black Rose on the way there.
My path leads to Garlemald.
Oh, happy to have a Stinian always. Always good to have an Estinian cutscene. Miss that dude. Kinda miss Ysel more though. An unwelcome guest. The manager of the suites is wearing a grave expression. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Umor has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of the night. For now, the Exarch is in the Ocula deliberating a response. That can't be good. What's your colors? 3D? Old V School VHS? I don't know. Looks fine to me. A job well done. Hedgie is looking for someone willing to make a delivery to the fort job. Hail, sinner. Might this old woman impose upon you to travel the fort job in his stead? My son Chatwick is with the guard out here today. I have a package for him that wants delivering. I go myself, but my knees simply aren't up to task. Sweet. Make sure your player hasn't lowered the pixelation. I haven't changed anything on my end. Yeah. Business, Crystal Exarch, so on and so forth. Let me cutscene.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands.
Okay.
Laxon Loft here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish.
Oh, snazzy.
Enter.
Oh. Ah.
Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmor's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthri, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin-Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmor considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000 Sin-Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace.
Where the fuck was he when we were in Ulmor?
But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthri. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmor's mercy. Promptly.
Small spoiler, for whatever reason, he will be stronger than the Xenos. That's bullshit.
One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmor's army since before Vorthri's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmor chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived.
Sure.
Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay.
Oh?
According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner.
Oh, great, who?
A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
God damn it. Okay.
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmore before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
Generations of Minfilia?
Of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it.
So, spit it
I
out.
think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity.
Fine.
He'll be able to enlighten you.
Sure.
Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
You didn't tell
In the meantime,
Alize and
I will set
Alphino
about
either?
making provisions for war.
Ah, great. Oh, guess we'll off to learn things about Minfilia. Oh, hey, a golden pig. Right. Hey, Morin. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out unknown at present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Actually. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light. Then, it would be my pleasure to assist. After I finish off some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you can fetch me a book, The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter. The artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on a level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything always is in its place, despite my best efforts, in short. If the book is not where it should be, it will most certainly be somewhere else it shouldn't. So, good luck. Thanks. You're most helpful. Well, let's go ahead and head on below. Book does not appear to be here. Alright. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the illustrated tale, The Oracle of Light. Okay. What's up, Alze? That's the book, is it? Lightning. Have you found the book? Here you go. Yes, this is the one. I'll bet it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Novrent. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair spun of gold and eyes of the clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her, save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When St. Eaters laid ruins to the kingdom of Vorbert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the great creature's blighted touch. One with hair spun of gold and eyes of clearest sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn, and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting the Ilmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet, with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the self-same eyes and that self-same hair, those self-same powers. And she too took the name Minfilia, and she too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Ulmor, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women had served Novrent on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Night Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. That's brutal. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Ilmoran army some 10 years ago, taken into the care, or rather, the custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, For by that time, under the Lord Varthry's rule, Umor had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war that they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in Umoran's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from the clutches, just like our hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, indolent? Outside? Where the hell are you hiding? Okay, yes, we're going outside. And... bunny hop! As you will have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. You know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the first witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in a roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. Ah, rarity at last. It is clear that this Minfilia possesses Hydaelyn's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side. Right, Indolent? Sure. One's generally been enough, but fine. I see you've made up your minds. Excellent. What brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that Umor forces at Laxton Loft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Umor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So, if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. Okay, have fun. I'm going back to sleep. The Crystarium's resolve. The Exarch is eager to delve into the details of his proposal. Back to that cutscene, I guess.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed.
Drink of water in the meantime.
But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you.
The gang's all here.
I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
Well, he's good at speeches, I'll give him that.
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
I got his voice wrong.
Yulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions.
Oh, got his sign alright.
The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the
Oh
Crystarians...
god, waterfall?
We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
That was weird editing.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmore's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmore wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
I'm already a Dark Knight, so sign me up.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Good plan.
Very good. See to your preparations.
Oh, well, we've planned a heist then.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
Hey, fuck you. I'll be as indolent as I want.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Well. Okay then. Has the colors gotten any better? Because, like, I don't know. I haven't changed anything here. The people of the Crystarium have initiative. I respect that. Well, there we go. So our hosts have offered to take the lead. We still have a part to play. Let's see that we play it well. Many here have a place in their heart for Minfilia. We must ensure this mission succeeds, for all their sakes. So, you will be joining the guard. But however highly the XIV thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Sure. Where's my salute, soldier? How do we know the salute? Better. More spirited than the XIV fever attempt, certainly. Roasting a man alive right in front of him. Now, first things first. You need uniforms. Go to the crystalline mean and report to Katniss. She will send you measured and fitted. Alright, to the crystal mean. And there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it that you look your dashing best for your first outing. Sweet. All done, are you? Let's have a look. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain, I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's ready. Fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well. See to it, and have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy a model to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. A safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit. Correct? The unit will be divided into two contingencies. One deployed from Fort Jube, and the other from the Stutter Imperative. You and Alphonor will join the former. Indolent, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Alright. Before you proceed to your positions, you report to Chesimel at the... fuck that word. Spagyek? Whatever. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of the dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see to it in the field. See you in the field, even. Yeesh. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the Rookery. After you've corrected the serum, of course. Let's go have a look then. Hello. Yes, sweetie. Is there something you need? Oh, you're one of the guards come for your dram, are you? Here you go. Just so this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you. It's bitter as sin. Prince's kiss, they call it. But if you ask me, it should be a crone's kiss. Just aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. But if you don't train every last shot, you're liable to end up taking a trip to Dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a quick kiss. Foul tasting serum grants resistance to the effect of dream powder. Oh, well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Back in my day. To the Rookery! Yes, what do you require of me? An Amaro to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all amounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you have to go by foot. But wait, might be another way, assuming you're willing to lend a hand. Yeah, 2 things. Logistics of War. Zem Jamai has a task for you, should you be willing. I was about to deliver a model to Radicon's route, one of the locations whence the beasts will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good. I shall have them ready tomorrow for departure at once. Raditska's round is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry. She will give you further instructions. If you should become separate from the Amaro, worry not, the beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That is all. Go well. Hey, can I just fly around with this thing? I can. And I'm just gonna explore all of Lakeland around here then. That'll save me time later on. Let's have a look in the meantime. This game is pretty. Wow, that's some weird makeup for this. Looks like they divided it into the smallest chunks we could find. That's Laxenloft. And there's because they were more in blimp. Man, I could listen to all the night themes forever. And there we go. Alright, let's go to the normal location this time. Oh, you're delivering the Amaro to us. I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Instead, this one is to go to the Imperative to the west. Please see to it that the handler on duty, Zissel Van Thu. If you encounter trouble along the way, return here and I'll set you rightwise. This ether current. I'll be back for you, ether current. Ah, the last Amaro. My thanks, friend. You may leave the beast with me. Okay. So, I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? Yep. Huh. So that's what the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive. It's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Stall Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. First thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. Alright. I saw an ether current around here. There we go. Let's also grab that ether right while we're here. Hey, Lina! So, it seems that rather than Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. I'm not, thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. And a new weapon. Shabby. I like this one. It's got that oomph. That nice design. With a big enough blade, too. Very nice. Oracle of Light. With the operation fast approaching, Lina means to put you to work. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the self-same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we sprinkle it in with our father. All that remains is to feed it to them. A task I'm sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the model lunch. See to the four beasts. Dismissed. Yes, ma'am. More blue marks. Alright. An unreasonable request. Tiana appears to be confused about your identity. Hold it right there, Greenhorn. If you thought you could just shore right past your senior without asking how you might aid in my duties, you have another think coming. Another think coming? What the fuck? It just so happens that I have a task for you to perform. This is a supply order that must be delivered to mines at the Radisca's Round. You are to take it to him, and to do so with all speed. No. Bye. There's another blue one over there. Imperative repairs. Senard could use a helping hand in doing some much-needed repairs. Ho there! If you're not otherwise occupied at the moment, how's about lending me a hand or two? They've got me on repair duty, but with the size shape this place is in, it's definitely not a one-man job. It's a simple enough task. Just take this here pail of motor, whatever. Find a couple of spots where the walls are looking ragged, and apply a healthy dab. Thanks, friend, and what with our ranks thinned as they are, we need all the help we can get. Neat, but there's a third one I spy. I don't know, just surrounded by the current quests, I guess. Sup? At the Suit Amaru, the surgeon captain fears for the fate of one of his men. Damn it all. We can ill afford to lose another. Hold there, friend. Might you lend me your aid? One of my best men is yet to return from his patrol. I fear the worst. As you can see, his Amaro made it back safely, but my man's nowhere to be found. Could you search for him in my stead? I would go myself, but I can't very well abandon my post. Rocket time! Run evoted. I did. Welcome to the Battlefort. I did. You're mighty cute. Sure. I'm not doing that sound effect. Bloody beast. You think you're... too late, I suppose? But wait, you reckon he's gone back to his rider? Sorry for the trouble, friend, but do you think you could follow the Amaro for us? That scaly brute might be my best chance at finding our men. And take this salve with you. I reckon there's a good chance he's out there, too wounded to have made his way back. Well... see if we can find our man. What do you see, friend? Tomorrow stares intently in the general direction of damp soil. Fucking superb, you weird-ass bird thing. Sorry, I couldn't resist making a ban. Hey, puns are welcome. I dare you might be cute. How are you doing today? The Morrow's eye eyes the wounded soldier with a gaze that could almost be described as concern. This must be the sentry who was separated from his mount. The Morrow eyes you with an expectant gaze. You sense its hoping that you tend to the man's wounds. For a moment I thought he was a rock. Ah, good to hear. Healing salve. Here you go, good sir. Thank you, friend. The beast knocked me from my mount. Thought it was the end of me for sure. But however did you know where to look? Your Morrow helped. My mount led you to me. You don't say. You apology, little fella. Here I thought you ran off in fear of my foe. It turns out you were looking for help the whole time. Can you forgive me for doubting you? Ah, that's cute. And with that, I'd best head back to the Imperative. And let everyone know I'm alright, to say the least. Thank you, my friend. You saved my life. Okay. What the fuck is that? Oh, hell no. Oh no, there's more of them. Ah, fudge. I'm gonna take a drink of water real quick. And I spy on that's ether current. Let's go nab that before turning in this other side quest. Up. Somewhere. There we go. That should be all the normal ones, I think. Yes. Alright, that's just side quest, side quest, side quest. Well met, traveler. What brings you to our outpost? There you go. Supply order from Tiana at the Star Imperative. But why, pray tell, are you delivering this mess? This and not one of our own men? That's what I'd like to know. Mistaken for a new recruit, you say? You really should make a point to clarify the situation next time. Not that I don't appreciate your service, of course, but Tiana has a reputation for running roughshod over anyone she can. While I'm loath to impose upon you further, if you'll be returning to the Imperative regardless, I was hoping I might trouble you to deliver the supplies Tiana has requested. I'm afraid the recent Sin Eater attacks have left us rather short-handed. It will take you just a short while to prepare the materials for delivery. I invite you to make yourself comfortable while you wait. Not that there's much in way of entertainment here. It is a military outpost after all. Perhaps you can converse with the soldiers? Be sure to raise their spirits. You might just glean some useful information out of them. Yeah, sure. What do we got? One above? Two below. Hail, friend. Say, have you ever wondered how the Radiska round got its name? Right, don't answer that. I've mind to tell you anyway. Radiska was a guardsman in the early days. One of our best and bravest, as the records tell. They say he gave his life holding off a horde of sin eaters just long enough for a group of refugees to flee to safety. The body of this hero was discovered right here at this tower. Ever since then, it's been named in his honor. Makes a man proud to serve, I say. Neat. Two more below, so... bunny hop. Parkour! Hello there, stranger. We don't get many travelers in these parts. What do you think of the round? She's an odd one as far as forts go, wouldn't you say? Truth is, what you see today is actually ruins of a larger structure built over a century ago. We took over what's left and converted it into a lookout tower of sorts to serve us in our struggle against the Sin Eaters. Seeing as how it stands at a major fork in the high road, the location's rather ideal, you see. We can see threats coming in from miles away and send out patrols to deal with them before they get too close. Of course, it gets kind of lonely all the way out there. But what can you do? True. The metal thunk was funny. You're welcome. I didn't do it on purpose. Hello, good sir. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? A traveler! Ha! You're an odd one to pick this place for a leisurely excursion. Me? Well, I can think of 100 places I'd rather be. But since you were kind enough to grace us with your company, why don't I tell you a bit about this place? Wardisca's Round was built on the ruins of an old belfry. In more peaceful days, mine. Its clarion call could ring out through Lakeland to announce the time of day. Since the flood, however, the bell serves as a purpose far more grim, to warn the residents of Lakeland of Sin Eater attacks. Oh, would that the day return when its ringing again brings only joy and not fear. Happy lot, those. Boy. Up we go. God, I already forgot the voice I gave him. There you are, friend. Did my man have anything of interest to say? In any event, I hope you stay here. Your stay here was not overtly tiresome. I'm pleased to inform you that the materials have been packed up and are ready for delivery. For that, though, please allow me to compensate you for your service. Over here. It's the small things. Alright, Chathwick Bozeman over here. God rest his soul. The package. Oh, food from Mother. Everyone will be so pleased. Her last letter mentioned how distraught she was to hear that the members of the guard had been given their lives to Holminster Switch, and how touched so many more risked their lives to protect it. But of course she would be... Our whole family is from there. Okay. But of course she would be. Our whole family is from there, after all. I expect that she wanted to express her feelings by preparing food for us. She does that. Wait a moment. You were at Holminster Switch too, weren't you? Saw you on the front lines. Rabbit husband nod. I knew it. I don't think I could have ever forgotten the sight of you, facing down eater after eater without even once flinching. It's not just me. An inspiration to us all. Here's an idea. What if you pass these around to the rest of the guard? I'm sure that they'll be awestruck. Alright. Where's that first guy? Is he up there? Conveniently placed furniture away! Come, Gigi. We have food to deliver. There you go. You have my thanks for this, of course, but also for the battle. I remember you well. Though we lost many, would have been many more without your aid. Fair enough. Go, Power Ranger Thunk! Parkour! Here you go. Ah, Ford, thank you. May I just say it's a true honor to have you here. Your bravery on the field will not soon be forgotten. Yeah, okay. Everybody's happy when handing over food. Grimcog, huh? Wicked White, you're him! You were there in the middle of it all. Strong as 100 men. Bulwark against the tide of eaters that threatened to overwhelm us. Now you brought me a sandwich. Sandwich. Yes, indeed. Up. Alright. Last one should be... Hello there. Jolink. Srogadin. Chathwick's mother made this. It's the best news I've had in days. Her cooking is excellent. I was sorry that we couldn't have saved our home, but at least the whole family made it out alive. Finally, someone not praising me. Please, were they? I expect as much. I apologize for asking such a trifling task of you, but we lost a lot of people on the battlefield. Anything that might raise morale is well worth trying. I thought that if they admired you even half as much as I do, well... In any case, you have our sincerest gratitude. Or gratitude, even. I saved my favorite portion of food for you, so please, take it along with my thanks. Grilled rail, a succulent tenderloin of island rail, seared to savory perfection and garnished with garlic and rock salt. What is this, bending with Babish? Alright, let's head back over there. Well, let's take another drink of water. Right. Up. Ah, there you are. I was hoping that you'd return so I can properly express my gratitude. You'll be happy to know, as I would, that my men has safely returned to the Imperative. Those Amaro can be stubborn brutes at times, but times like this make a man appreciate what a loyal companions they truly are. I'd say this one's earned himself some extra feed for dinner today. Alright, now we have to fix up a town. Up. I see text. Destination. Let's see. Alright. Another sparkly. Oh, another one. Makes sense that it'd start crumbling at the higher areas. Around corners, more like that much exposure to weather. Looks like there's an overhang, probably. Actually, yeah, not really. Which means it'd be hit by the weather, most like. Yeah, that would explain the wind here. Anyway. And there's our last one. Boop. Wait, do I have to go downstairs to it? Okay, well. If I'm gonna have to go down after climbing all this way, I'm gonna do it the fun way. Just give me the top and an edge. What the fuck is that? A telescope? A cannon? Parkour! Holy shit, I may have gone a little too far. That is kind of hilarious. Thank God you can't die from fall damage in this game. So you're hard at work out there, friend. I'll rest easy knowing that tonight, some of the ugliest patches of walls are looking good as new. Are you familiar with the history of the Imperative, perchance? It was built nigh on a century ago by the elves who ruled Lakeland in those days. After the flood, it served as one of our bastions of defense against the Sin Eaters. Yes, this fort's taken its fair share of beatings, but it stands tall to this day, watching over and protecting the Custarium and its people. It's our job to keep it standing. Material and manpower shortages be damned. Of course, we couldn't do it without the generosity of volunteers like you. I reckon you have a real talent for repairs. Mayhap I could interest you in joining the guard as a full-time wall mender. I jest, of course. I've already taken enough of your time today. Thank you, friend. Be careful out there. And we have a cheap flight, which means activate Nannybot. Alright, now we gotta feed some Amaro. Right. Yep. Alert Amaro. Amaro Fado doused it with the serum Princess Kiss. There you go, friend. Gway indeed. The Morrow happily devours the fodder. Indolent Amaro. Yeah. Amaro Fado, that's in the... Let's guess. Gway. The Amaro absent-mindedly munches on the fodder. Good for it. Anxious tomorrow. Okay. I was hoping all these things would be different. Gway. The Morrow's wary at first, but appetite eventually wins out, and it accepts the fodder. What's with my mouth today? Equable Amaro. Quaker. Fascinating. Amaro reels at the smell, but accepts the fodder nonetheless. Oh, there we go. Guess we return the lineup. The Amaro are Fred. Yeah. Good. The rest have already been doused, so we need not fear any of the mounts succumbing to dream powder. Oh, will dream powder even work in this weather? All units have now entered the final stage of their preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May the night smile upon you. I'll take the night smiling upon me over the light of the crystal, I'll tell you that. But how far up? Okay. Where is this thing? Ah. We are in for tussle. Operation is about to commence. Stand ready. During the operation, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Alright, let's do this. Cutscene. And suddenly it's a sunny day. Oh my god, what the fuck is with that color? It's like a Pepto-Bismol pink mixed with grape flavored Tylenol. Ugh. Gilmore has no fucking taste. Hi, Minfilia.
Keep moving.
Clever girl.
What now?
Oh. Ooh.
The Crystarium, I guess.
Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
She doesn't look that happy. She's like, seems better. You can just say alarm, you know that, right? Oh, that's just cool. Hey, hey! Looking pretty snazzy. Getting Guild Wars 2 back on my PC. Nice. Enjoy it.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Why does mine have shoulder pads and everybody else is going without? Alright. Diving on in. Rabbit Duo has arrived. Because you're special. Yes, I am pretty... Well, I have a giant sword. By the power of Frey, time to smack some haughty, self-assured guardsmen. It's like nothing has changed. The first contingent has already entered. Let us follow. Bunny hop! At all. My men will occupy the enemy while we rescue the Oracle. Come. Keep close to the wall. Alrighty. Alvino, you look like a dork. Why don't you have shoulder pads? Ugh. Looks so much better without shoulder pads. Whatever. Bunny hop. Alright. Take down the healer first. Good one. Damn it. Let's make this quick. Arrow next. Alright. We do not have time. Leave them to God. Yes, ma'am. No more may boast the world's largest army. But woman for woman, we are no less mighty. Fair enough. Hello. Alright, take down the healer. Spellcaster. Bunny hop. You can stand, you can fight. Push them back. There are more still standing than I would expect. But we must press on regardless. The longer it takes, the harder our task will become. We may make a more potent batch of it then. We don't seem to be getting anywhere. Indolent, Liner, go on ahead. We'll hold them here. Alright, but I'll pose neatly like this. Understood. With me, Indolent. Alright. Take a licking and keep on kicking. Funny how. The way is relatively clear. Good. Relatively. See something I don't? Ah, fun. I'll take the big one, I guess. Need some help there, Liner? There she is. There she is, even. Quickly, free her. You got 2 functioning hands. Oh, cutscene. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Escape from Laxam Loft. Oh, everything's going well. I'm gonna assume things are gonna hit the shit. Shit is about to hit the fan, rather. Let's rejoin the others. Quit this place. All this trouble because of me. I'm so sorry. Take your politics and tell her I've escaped. It's quiet. Too quiet. Is that Ranjit? This will not end well. Did you guys just forget he existed? Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. Okay. Buddy up. You will return to Ulamore. It is for your own protection. Etc., etc., etc. That's right. That's a 7. What the fuck is that? them for, huh? Sorry, the what? The Goku what? Nice. Wonder if that was gonna work.
Why do you persist in this folly?
You know, just one-shot me.
It's over.
I'm so tired of fights where you fight and fight and fight and they just one-shot you at the end anyway. If you wanted to make another Xenos fight, just bring back Xenos. This is just tedious and annoying. I feel like I've wasted my time now.
You, boy, you bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks.
I gladly hand over Alpha now. We'll take Minfilia and be done with that.
By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yule.
So he's a aftertaste of Stormblood. No purpose but to give us a tedious fight for no goddamn reason. Here comes Thancred. How much do we want to bet he gets his ass kicked anyway? Yeah, there we go. I mean, that's cool and all, but I really just do not care anymore.
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am?
What?
Pathetic.
Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Okay, bye.
Break!
Well, hello, Crystal Exarch. It seems you have brass balls.
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulnor dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom.
Oh, great. We're going to fairy territory. Great.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds.
Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry.
Hello, Pepe Le Pew.
But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the source to the first? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed. Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert.
Verbert?
A nation with a proud history.
That sounds
But
pronounced.
the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
Also, heavy vapors, apparently. Ooh. This is a nice little tune.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Hey, he's cut his goatee. He's looking a bit
It
sharper.
feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Urianger has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. It was only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Urianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here.
Oh, that's good. I don't feel like trouncing around with the fairies.
Sooner or later, the Ilmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish two things. First, rendezvous with Urianger.
And second?
And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
Fair enough. I think the OSTs are, all of those OSTs are great in Shadowbringers.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
Ah, she's been gentle with the girl.
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore.
Hey, don't be an ass, Thancred.
And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels.
Fuck off, man.
You have outdone yourself this time.
Hey. Hey, don't be an ass.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face, Thancred. Rude.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay. We're dealing with the Fae now. Great.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now. Put away that frown and have some fun with us.
Yeah.
Yes, let's have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Do you at least remember the 21st night of September?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this seems like a good spot to stop. We've rescued the Oracle of Light and are back to deal with Faze. I do not have the energy for that today. What the fuck is that? Is that a motherfucking spider? Absolutely not! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you tomorrow, because that! Have a good sleep and good night. Ugh.